Good evening once again. I came up again to share some few important message regarding the recent current news which has been viral in social media. Got published in different channel, Tripura Times, uh, then Hindustan Times, Pratibhati Kalam, regarding the recent recruitment which has been published by TPSC in regards to the general duty medical officers, where 216 got qualified. Out of that, few candidates are being targeted because of the less score. In regards to this few opinion that I want to share to the concerned authority, especially this message belongs to Tripura Human Rights Commission, to the highly respected people who have recently published one news and one notice through their website. And when I went through on that, I was very shocked, to read such comments by the highly educated people writing such things without justifying from the board end. So it's before sharing the few points, I like to request my fellow friends who are my follower, please kindly share. I had never request anyone before to share my videos, but in this regard, I'm requesting to share these videos as much as you can, so that it reaches to the concerned authority and so that they can able to rethink once again and recorrect and should not affect those candidates who have really worked hard to get a job. As we know that it is very hard to get a job nowadays, and we should respect the candidates who have really worked hard to come at this stage in different challenges with different hard work that they have made it. So before going through details, I just want to go through the notice shared by the Tripura Human Rights Commission. So let me go through the details and let's read what they have shared detailedly through their website regarding uh, this recruitment, which has been getting some highlighted in the news. So let me go and let us see what the news is. Let us go ahead. As per the notice given by the Tripura Human Rights Commission, I'll just go through what they have written out here. Okay. So look here, they have published one complaint number 13th of 2025. If you can read here, this is the point where you can read 2013 of 2025. Now here, if you read, they have given one here summary that attention of this commission is drawn to a news item published in Pratibhati Kalam, date on 14 August 2025. As we go through this detail, a few points which I have highlighted out here, very important point which I don't want to read all the details, few points which I want to highlight. Now they come to a certain point out of 216 candidates. The news item shows that amongst those 216 numbers of qualified general duty medical officers, a good number of medical officers were selected when when they got only 14 out of 100, 19 out of 100, 20 out of 100, 21 out of 100, so on. That is below 30. Fine. That's really true. As per the results published in TPSC, we have seen this, and there is a lot of uh, debate on the social media. A lot of people have posted in regard to this. Uh, Both those, some are there who are supporting, some are not supporting to that. Fine. Now coming to the next point. Okay, let us come to the next point. We can see here with 14%, 19%, 20%, 21%, and 30%. Please note this point. Okay. Now coming to the next point. Now, of a sudden, in view of this commission is worried about the future prospect of the health services which the state obligate bound to provide better health service towards its people. I don't know of a sudden why human rights became so interested on They worried about the people. I, I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like if you think really, are you really serious on that? Worried about the health services? If you really look the scenario, if you look in rural areas, there were there are a lot of people who are suffering not because of people they are not they are qualified because of TPSC. They are suffering because of there is no equipment, to like MRI and big important equipments. No, those are the things they are suffering actually. Okay, I just want to. I'm not saying that it is your point justification. I agree on that, but I think you are educated persons. You are highly posted. I think before you please think very carefully. Look to the justification, examine it. What is the real fact going on? Then I think it is better fit you to write this point. Obviously, you might be worried. Everyone worry about their health services, but if you see the real fact, no, I don't want to comment more. Let us go with other points. And third point, see, considering large public interest in Tripura, this commission thinks it's appropriate to recommend that appointment of those medical officers who secure 30 or less than 30 shall be kept in abeyance until further order. Now, I don't know, the recruiters are the Human Rights Commission or the recruiters are the TPSC. I'm really doubt who is going to recruit this. Now here you have given justified that it should be halt. Those are getting less than 30 marks, and it should be given till the 30 marks. Now I'm not talking either he is a candidate of UR, or I'm not talking the candidates of SC, or is the candidate of ST. You might be thinking that I'm an ST, so I'm speaking on behalf of ST. No, to be very honest, I'm here with neutral word to justify what is right and what is wrong. What I'm seeing here is that public interest. If you look to the public interest, you have to observe in both end. You are seeing one interest, public interest, which are against this mark. There were other public interests which are supporting in this regard with certain proof. That's what I just want to say. Ek haath se tali nahi baste. That's a saying. We cannot clap with one hand. We need both hands to clap, isn't it? So it is my humble request to the Human Rights Commission not to judge by seeing only one perspective of public interest. I know how of a sudden you are so interested to get, acknowledge the public interests are putting on. There are a lot of cases where we didn't see your interest, where public has put many observations, many requests on human tracking and all these things, but we never see such based on public interest. You come up with this such notice. I think it's a very high time that you should think and cross verify. So coming to this point, I just want to highlight more. See, you have given list the matter after 10 days. So see, you might think the consequence, how the highly consequence might come out with this. You don't know, there will be a lot of issues which are coming out. If you go through details of other previous recruitment and other things, there are a lot of, not only I'm talking about TPSC, if you talk the entire state, I just want to give you some few ideas here. Let me go through the other points. If you see exam of NET, you know very clearly, most of the candidate, those who have opt for physics, chemistry, and biology (PCB), after class 12, they appear for NET exam so that they can able to study a medical, to be a doctor, and to get admission in BDS and other things. Here we see that SC, ST, OBC, the percentage they need 40 percentile is very important, and generalist 50 percentile is very important. But what we see in 2018 here, I have highlighted, in 2018, the SC, ST qualified marks were about 107 out of 720, which is only 15%. And this exam is conducted by the national. Come on, I mean, you are an educated person. I mean, such thing you should know before you put such notice. If you see in net 2020, it was 146 out of 720, only 20%. If you see the total marks of 720, it is 146. And based on that, yes, they have been, those are been very low, the marks is, but they have been counted as a qualified. And these are the candidates who appear. I mean, there are a lot of candidates who appear for NET exams and they study for MBBS and they are qualified and they got admitted in MBBS by qualifying these exams. I think you should rethink before you give such notice. You should do some homework. That's what I just want to say. You should do some homework before you give some notice. I'm talking in generally. I'm not talking that not on every prospective uh, tribes, or it may be us scheduled caste, or it may be scheduled tribe or unreserved seat. I'm talking in generally. Please look. Okay, let us go to another point of number two, UGC net. Most of the people give UGC net to get, uh, do the jobs so that they can teach in a very good renowned university or institute, and also to get eligible in research so that they can do good research and get some scholarship. Now in this case, general category might need 40% aggregate, while SC ST only 35%, as per the report. I'm talking as per the report. Now here, due to some reason, sometimes the paper becomes so tough because it has been conducted many university, good university prepare and they frame the paper in such a way that the candidates not able to score their certain aggregate marks which they are supposed to get qualified marks. Due to that, sometimes those are being counted and the marks being below 20%, still they get qualified. Sometimes because of the exams and very tough, they have to reduce based on the requirement, right? This is one case. And if you see in three JE main, when we know everyone, joint entrance examinations are conducted for especially for engineering admission. Now most of the people who are qualified with JE admissions and they have qualified. See here, general card was 90 to 100 marks, but STSC cutoff was 30 to 40 marks out of 300. See, it is just of 10 to 50 percentage. Still, then the officially counted as qualified. These are the candidates. Now they are serving in very good institutes. There are many people, many candidates who have given this and qualified, and some of them are teaching in a good institute, renowned institute in IIT and ITs. You cannot say by the count that this mark is not qualified, this score is not qualified, and mostly we cannot justify by the marks scored by the TPSC. Either he has, as a medical, we know that medical students go through certain years 4.5, some of them 5.5, and they have been trained and they have been satisfied. The institute has given them that certificate that they are qualified to be a doctor. After that, they get a degree after they pass out, after doing training, after spending 5.5 years, then only they are qualified and they are declared to be a doctor. They are not declared. We cannot justify by TPSC marks that candidate goes score 14 marks and 15. I really appreciate TPSC is being very consistent. Whatever they have scored, they have given based on that. They have not manipulated. They are being very transparent. We should support on that. Either it is ST or SC or UR. Let us not make the justifications. It is an unfair. What I mean to say. Now coming to another point, let me go to GATE exam, one of the toughest exam. Please look very carefully. One of the toughest exam, which is known to be one of the toughest exam in the world. GATE. Most of the appear GATE. In GATE, what is the qualifier of SC and ST? Only 16.6. 16 percentage. If you talk about general, it is only 25 percentage. And those who have qualified this GATE, they are serving in good companies. IOCL, GAIL, very good renowned institute, companies where they are giving they're gaining their names. They are giving their best input out there. Huh? How can you justify? There are certain, it depends. The score, what I mean to say is only 16% SCST need to qualify out of 100. Isn't it? This is talking about computer science. I'm talking about electronics and communications. Same thing is 16.5 sometimes the general is 25 and OBC is 22.5. Sometimes these marks vary based on the question as well. If the question is very too tough, very tough, it even comes the score less than 16 point also. It becomes 16.1 sometimes. When so we cannot justify someone with a score, and I don't know, without doing the homework. How come Tripura Human Rights Commissions come with such a notice? It's a really humble request from my end. Please, sir, rethink it and see the hard work that they have done. That are very they have tried day and night to qualify this exam, and I think being see on the public interest, you should not take such decision and put up such notice. This is my concern that I just want to put. Now talking, this is the candidacy, all of the ST candidate, yeah, and most of you might take it in a political way, but I'm not talking in it, I'm not taking it in a political way. I'm taking it as a request, as a submission. Please rethink. Don't do such things that will hamper the candidates. They are highly qualified. Uh, they have been given that qualifications certificate after going through more than 5 years, and they have been trained properly. And if you really justify, if you really think, there are a lot of things that we can talk about the private uh, medical institute, we can talk about government medical institute. There are a lot of things we can justify, but whatever he is studying, he has qualified and he has given his dedication throughout his career and spent 5.5 years to get a degree and to be called as a doctor. Okay, and to justify such things is not a good thing. And if you really wants to justify, there are a lot of, see, I came up with these things important. These are the things which came out and published by the TPSC, those 216 candidates. Now, if you want to go through with justification, there will be a huge clash, and there will be a huge conspiracy coming up in coming days. If you really work on this, there will be a lot of things which will be justified and we will cross verify. Especially, there is another news which came out, the previous, which has been noticed out here. See here, this is super specialist medical officer in grade 3, which has been recruited in Group A gazetted recently in 15/1/2005. It is published in January 15, 2025. There is one candidate called Resmi Das. I'm not comparing here. Please don't take it mistake. I'm not comparing here. See, Resmi Das got only 28.70. That is only 28 percentage. That is all recommended under UR vacancy. She have worked hard and she have tried, and TPSC knows that based on the vacancy and based on the score that she got this exam. So please do not hamper her as well, and please do not highlight the how she got these marks, and also I request that not to justify with the marks of TPSC. There are a lot of things, if you want to justify, it will come out a lot of things. You're not able to, you know, give all the reasons. We have a lot of proofs where we can show a lot of reasons. But I would request humbly that humans rights, Tripura Human Rights Commission, please rethink it before you take such decision. And also a humble request to the public or the people who are against all those marks, that you try. If you are not getting, you try. But when someone got this, why you are against that? That is my question. Why we should be against someone? I would encourage Resmi Das has tried her best to get his job. Yes, she deserves. That's why she got it. Let us not point it out. The person is from ST or the person is from SC or the person is UR. That is what I want to emphasize out here. So let us rethink. There are a lot of renowned exams which are being taken by the national. Those, even though the score is less mark, still they get qualified marks, and they get the jobs. So this is what I just want to put my submission. And please share this video so that they may able to understand what my opinion is. I can say a lot of things. If I want to show, I can say a lot of things. I can compare, I can give a lot of example which will reflect, and that will be a lot of conspiracy, and then there'll be a lot of chaos. And I'm requesting, I don't want such chaos and such. I'm requesting all the people, my fellow people, my fellows people of Tripura, let us encourage and let us help one another, so that we can encourage and so that we can build the society more brighter and more. And I don't know, of a sudden such news coming up, and I would encourage that there are a lot of people who are still fighting for the vacancies, and there are still people who are working so hard to get job in the coming days. And with this word, I just want to summarize that, please do not point out one another. Let us encourage. I know that they are very qualified. That's why they got a degree of MBBS. And there are a lot of examples who are qualified gate and doing good testimony in the ministry level, in the companies, in the renowned companies. There are good person who qualified the net exams. There are good person who qualified the UGC net, and they're serving and they're teaching in a very good institute. We cannot compare, we cannot justify by that. There are a lot of IAS officers who score very less mark in the class 10, class 12, but still they are doing a very good outcoming uh, work in their services. So lastly, with this point, I just want to conclude and also like to request the respected concerned higher authorities to please rethink and do not make it such publicly news. And I would also request to withdraw your request by seeing the positive and by seeing the interest of the public, not only in one side, but see in both ends, so that you may not face any such problem in the coming days. Otherwise, that you will be the answerable in the coming days, and you will not have single answer to give the justification. I'm being very clear to the Tripura Human Rights Commission. With this word, I just want to conclude. Please rethink once again and come up with a conclusion, so that no one get hampered and no one get negatively impacted, and let them enjoy the new job that they have got, and let them work dedicatedly to serve the nation, to serve the state. And best wishes to all the candidates who are qualified. And please give your best. We look forward that you will give a great service to the state and to the nation. Thank you. Thank you once again.